I'm done pretending this is complicated. Disney's billion-dollar deal with OpenAI and Sora is not bold, not exciting, not a step in the next direction of storytelling. It's a hostile, calculated move by a megacorporation to devalue, replace, and eventually erase the people who actually make the animation possible. It is Disney looking directly at generations of artists, animators, storyboarders, designers, layout artists, painters, lighters, compositors, and saying very clearly, we will no longer need you eventually. And if that sentence makes you uncomfortable, good. It should, because that is exactly what this deal means, no matter how much PR glitter they dump on it. This isn't innovation. This is cost-cutting with a smile. This is a company that built its empire in human imagination and deciding that imagination is now too expensive. As an animator, I recognize this pattern. I've watched studios slowly strip power from artists for years. I've seen new tools used as justification to shrink teams, freeze wages, accelerate deadlines, and demand more work for less money. Every technological shift has been sold as empowering creatives, and every single time the result has been fewer jobs and worse conditions. This deal is not different. It's just bigger, it's faster, and a lot more dishonest about where it's actually headed. $1 billion is not an experiment. $1 billion is not a curiosity. $1 billion is commitment. Disney didn't invest that kind of money because they think AI is cute. They invested it because they see a future where animation can be generated, iterated, and pumped out without paying hundreds or thousands of skilled workers. They invested because they want to own the machine that eats our labor and regurgitates it much cheaper. And let's not sugarcoat what Sora actually is. It's a program trained on the accumulated creative output of human beings. Output that was made under contract, under pressure, under deadlines, and under exploitation. And then repackaged as a product designed to make those humans optional. It is a machine built out of our work, pointed back at us like a gun. Disney knows this. OpenAI knows this. Anyone pretending otherwise is lying. The most enraging part is the theft disguised as permission. Disney's archive didn't fall from the sky. It exists because artists poured their lives into it. Every iconic character, every animated performance, every stylish breakthrough came from people who studied for years, practiced obsessively, wrecked their bodies at desks, burned out, recovered, burned out again, and kept going because they loved the craft. Now that entire legacy is being fed into a system that will never credit them, never compensate them, and never acknowledge that this is nothing without them. Those artists aren't partners in this deal. They're just raw material. Disney gets to monetize a century of creative labor twice, once when it was originally produced, and again when it's stripped for parts and used to automate future content. Artists get nothing. No royalties, no content, no control, no consent. Just the knowledge that the thing trained in their work may be used to replace them or the next generation thereafter. And don't insult us with the AI will assist artists lie. Studios don't spend $1 billion on assistants. They spend $1 billion on leverage. The moment Sora can generate something that looks vaguely usable, executives will start asking why human teams are so large, so slow, so expensive, and the answer will never be because art takes time. The answer will be because we haven't automated it enough yet. The deal doesn't make animators more powerful, it makes them disposable. What this actually creates is a future where animators are no longer creators, but fixers, editors, cleanup crews, polishing machine sludge into something barely presentable. You won't be asked to animate a scene from scratch, you'll be asked to help touch up an AI pass, fix the hands, fix the timing, fix the emotion, fix the soul the machine doesn't have, do it faster, do it cheaper, be grateful you're still employed. This isn't animation. That's a digital scab labor. And let's not talk about style, because this is where the rot really sets in. The animation has always been about voice, about how different artists interpret motion, weight, acting, emotion. AI doesn't have a voice. It has an average. It flattens style into something safe, predictable, and marketable. The more studios rely on AI footage, the more animation becomes homogenized mush. Everything starts to look the same because the machine is trained to reproduce what already exists. It doesn't take risks. Risk is expensive. Risk is human. Risk is what the executives hate. Disney didn't choose this path because it leads to better art. They chose it because it leads to controllable art. Art without unions. Art without bargaining power. Art without inconvenient humans demanding fair pay, credit, or time to do the work properly. And if you think this won't trickle down, you're kidding yourself. Disney sets the tone for the entire industry. When the mouse moves, everyone follows. Smaller studios will feel pressurized to adopt similar tools just to compete. Hiring managers will start expecting AI literacy instead of foundational craft. Every entry-level job will evaporate because the model can handle the first passes. New artists will have nowhere to learn because the apprenticeship ladder has been kicked out from under them. This is how you kill an art form quietly, not by banning it, but by making it economically impossible to practice as a human being. The rage comes from betrayal. Disney loves to posture as the guardian of animation history. They parade their legacy, their respect for the craft, their reverence for the past, and then they turn around and sell that legacy to a machine whose sole purpose is to extract value from it without honoring the people who made it. They want those aesthetics of art without the responsibility of artists. They want culture without labor. They want magic without the magicians. This deal tells every animator exactly how much we matter. We matter only as long as we are cheaper than the machine. And the second we're not, we are gone. So no, this isn't the future of animation. It's the future of corporate control over animation. It's a future where creativity is mined, automated, and owned by the same companies that already control distribution IP and profit. It's a future where artists are expected to smile while the industry builds the tools that will erase them. And if that makes me angry, good. I should be angry. Anyone who cares about animation should be furious. Because once this becomes normal, once this becomes just how things are done, then there's no going back. The $1 billion deal isn't the end of the road. It's the opening shot. And it's aimed directly at us.